make it the center of conversation. Of course, this morning I am joined by Fuad Said, and together we would have a brief conversation about the story that we have decided to make the focus of the day. And right after that, we open the phone lines and give you an opportunity to opine on the matter as well. Well, today on our Mainland Focus, our primary focus, definitely it's a no-brainer. It would be the directive that was given by the CBN that the old Naira notes, 200, 500, 1,000, should be circulated by commercial banks. As you know, on the 3rd of March 2023, the Supreme Court gave a ruling that the old 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes should remain legal tenders, and they should also circulate alongside the redesigned Naira note. But this ruling, if I should say, did not necessarily materialize because we had commercial banks left confused, and I think their confusion was somewhat heightened as a result of the very long silence of the CBN governor and the president. Well, yesterday the CBN did publish a directive instructing the banks to obey the ruling of the Supreme Court and distribute the old Naira note. This comes after the president actually said that, well, via his media aide Garba Shehu clarified that the president did not ask the Supreme Court or the AGF not to obey the Supreme Court ruling. And as a matter of fact, the excuse that the directive from the president is what was responsible for delay is not something that should be taken seriously. So today we want to talk about this particular statement that was made by Garba Shehu on behalf of the presidency. What do you make of this statement from the presidency that it did not direct Emefiele not to obey the Supreme Court? Does this absolve, I beg your pardon, the president? Can we really isolate the president from this situation? Also, how should Nigerians take this new directive from the CBN? Should we now expect that normalcy would return? Can we heave a sigh of relief now that the CBN has issued that directive to commercial banks? And also, Nigerians, should we begin to accept the old notes? Let's help each other. Let's stop the idea of not accepting the old notes. Can we now, because of this directive, start accepting the old notes? Traders, those on the streets, POS operators, can we now start accepting the old note amongst ourselves to lessen the suffering that Nigerians have had to endure since the whole implementation of the new cash policy? Before we take phone calls, let's hear from Fuad Said. Fuad, what is your perspective on the matter, rather?
The statement from Garba Shehu, for me, does not absolve the president. It just basically brings more questions to the table on this issue. So again, the first question will be, okay, if you said that, look, you did not tell them not to disrespect or not obey the ruling of the Supreme Court, did you tell them to obey the ruling? Because if they were waiting for you, it has taken how many days now from March 3rd?
About 10 days, I think. 10?
Yeah, almost 11 days.
Almost 11 days, yeah. 11 days.
So that's 11 days. If they've not done what they were supposed to do, what did the president do about it? Since these guys report to him, they take instructions from him. The AGF works directly with the president. He's supposed to even be his legal advisor. So what did the president do about it? Why did he take the media aid of the president to address us 11 days after the ruling of the Supreme Court? Remember that the first ruling didn't take the president 24 hours to address the country, where he instructed us to be using the old 200 Naira note. So after the March 3rd ruling, taking the presidency, because again, the president is not addressing us, it's his state. So we assume that it's the president or the presidency through Garba Shehu telling us that, look, we did not tell the CBN or the AGF not to obey the ruling of the Supreme Court, but did we tell them to obey? I think we have to be careful, and I'm going to insist that I think the president, in the spirit of being a true leader, should apologize to Nigerians for the suffering that we've gone through. Look, a lot of people have died. There are people who have died from this issue. Yeah. That's enough for the president to apologize to Nigerians. I think we reported it yesterday in the papers that one of our colleagues who works with Fresh FM Ibadan, while traveling to the office because of lack of cash, died on his way to the office. There are businesses that have crumbled as a result of this policy. Yeah. Banks have been burnt as a result of this policy. So what are we talking about? People's businesses have been boggled because of this policy. So I don't buy that excuse from the president or his media aide and to apologize to Nigerians. And I also think that, look, now that we have gotten this direction from the CBN, I think commercial banks should begin to do the needful. Whatever old currency that is with them, they should begin to issue it immediately. And I think Nigerians should also begin to accept it, because the idea of not accepting it, we are only inflicting pain on ourselves. We should begin to trade with this money. The Supreme Court has ruled, the CBN has given instruction now, so we should move on with our lives and return to normalcy. So that's the thing for me. But I actually think that we went through a needless situation. It was unfortunate, and I think it should never repeat itself.
Well, many thanks, Fuad, for your perspective on the matter. Let's open the phone lines now. Let's hear what people have to say about this situation. Please don't forget, we are streaming live. Facebook, YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. Go on straight to YouTube and Facebook. And of course, you can participate by dropping your comments or your opinions using the chat option on those particular platforms. 0913 6000 410. That is the studio line. Now, for WhatsApp, we have 0913 6000 430. Please refrain from calling the WhatsApp line. Is strictly for messages. 0913 6000 430. Phone lines 0913 6000 410. You know the rules. Stick to the rules. We don't have to tell each other every single time. Please and please, whatever you're saying, whatever emotions you have to tell us on the radio, whatever perspective you might have, do so whilst respecting the personalities or whoever you might be hoping to address whilst you are contributing. Please and please. Let's take our first call for this morning. Hello.
Hello.
Morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Patricia. I'm calling from Alabole.
Welcome, Patricia. This is your first time.
Yes, this is my first time.
It's nice to have you. Welcome, Patricia. Please go ahead.
Okay. Right now, I just seen on the radio, and I heard you talking about, I heard the man talking about the CBN has given an order.
Yeah.
Is it true that the CBN has given an order that we should use the old Naira?
Yes, it's very true. It's true. It came out late last night.
And honestly, Nigeria needs a new leader. We are tired of all these things because they are stopping us. They're making people go through a whole lot of mess just because of their own selfish reasons. Is that how it's supposed to be announced? I agree with that man. There's supposed to be an apology, a public apology. In fact, Nigerians are supposed to be protected now, but thank God they have learned better. We know that these people, they don't deserve any blood or they don't deserve our life. So the truth is, the presidency needs to come and demand the president to come out and give us an apology for all the suffering that Nigerians have gone through. So many people could not see their kids because of this. I heard the fears, I could not see my kids and they say I have money and nobody was collecting the old $900 for me. So I was not going. We need apology. President Muhammad Buhari should come out and apologize. We employed him. He's here to serve us and he should serve us.
Thank you. Thank you very much,
Just
Patricia.
please. I am talking this message because wherever he is, God knows if he doesn't give us an apology.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Patricia, for your contribution. I understand people are upset. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, my name is Tom. I'm calling from Toolgate.
Welcome. Please, can you move away from your radio? There's a feedback.
What I'm trying to say, is it what you review for paper this morning or only Naira issue?
This is Mainland Focus, so we're focusing on the directive by the CBN for now. Yes.
Okay, I thought that what I saw about Diva, that INEC.
No, we're talking about the directive by the CBN. That's what we're talking about.
All right. Okay, for this Naira redesign, we have been doing it before. Why this one become another sort of war entirely? People have suffered a lot. Many people have died in this process. When they started from January to now. Now, Mr. President and government say they did not obey the Supreme Court. Why they noted before? And Mr. President came to address the nation about this Naira issue, that they should be collecting 200 Naira old Naira note. Then why you not come out today to address them about this Supreme Court judgment? How this our country be like this? Why our leaders are punishing us in this way? Because since Mr. President has been office in 2015, Nigeria is living a coma life. We have not done anything for him. People suffer, hunger. Look at the rate of hunger. Last time I went to go under the bridge, I see some mad people lined up under the bridge. Not that they are mad, because of hunger. You keep Nigerians hunger suffering.
every time in 2014. You create border when you're supposed to have that is support.
Thank you.
I mean, we are not there.
Thank you.
We are not there yet. And where we can get to close it.
Thank you so much.
Like
Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Fuad, very briefly. Fuad walked in, by the way. Welcome, Fuad.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, can we say, just in a minute, that maybe this policy has served its purpose to an extent, and that is why we now have the directive that let's spend the old Naira note as well?
No. You have to look at the cost. If indeed we are even saying, oh, it's maybe served its purpose. What was the purpose? Votes buying.
Yeah.
Didn't the politicians still find a way to do their thing? You know, so to what extent did he stop vote buying, and to what was the cost of all of that? You know, destruction in lives of people. You know, the fact that people had to suffer, people died as a result of this and all of that. You know, so I don't think it really stopped anything really. The policy, again, we keep saying it, that look, the idea was very, very good when it was first brought out, but the implementation was faulty.
Let's go back to taking contributions. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Okangoluna.
Welcome.
I'm calling from Masuluku.
All right.
Mr. Ford, morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Kangwilina.
You see, I don't really understand the essence of the Naira design or whatever policy. Now they say if you bring the old Naira notes, they brought them, all of them, to the bank, and there were pictures everywhere that they have burnt those old notes. If they have burnt the old notes, they say you should continue using the old notes now. Where is the old notes? It means the whole exercise was insecurity. If you say we want to do Naira redesign, and we still wanted to go back to the old notes again. So what was the essence of the Naira redesign? I was expecting CBN to say, okay, now that we have discarded the old notes, we want to print so quantity of new notes so that the whole thing will continue. Now you say we should go back to the old notes.
But Mr. Kangolina, you know, it's a Supreme Court judgment, so it's even out of the hands of the CBN now as it is.
Supreme Court themselves, I think that's not the way they should have gone. They should have said, print new notes for us.
But that's the rule.
Yes, that's what they should have said. And Mr. Fred.
Yes.
You see all these stories, all these stories around GRV now. And they are being sponsored.
Let's just leave that. You know, we said it's just mere rumor, so let's just leave it.
Let's focus on what's important right now. Hello,
Thank
good morning.
you, Mr. Kangolina.
Hello.
Good morning, Zawad.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I will say that John from Oba.
Oh, Mr. John, good
Welcome,
morning.
John.
I will say that the CBN and Mr. President bowed to pressure. You know, for that, we've been clamoring for check and balance all this while. From the legislative arm, from the pressure group,
the civil societies,
and the societies, and you know, just like you have said in several positions severally. And because the governors came up to want to sue me for content, and remember ACF, what he said, that there will be nationwide arrest, and the Labour State within 7 days.
7 days, yeah.
Which they cannot afford to. So the issue now is this, that it is not yet rules. Where is the old rules? Where are the
old currencies? Yeah.
Where are they now? That is what we should be pressing for again. That's stage number 2. Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much. Let's take a few WhatsApp messages. We have quite a number of that here. Mr. President told us that Emefiele takes command from him and can't absolve himself from the blame. It's the president that disobeyed the Supreme Court order as usual. Any image laundering from the presidency is like pouring water on the rock. Taking responsibility for failures is a big problem with the government. My regret is that we have a snoring or non-existent... Okay. May the 10th Assembly coming never be anything near like what we have today. It was a huge mistake Labour Party and the PDP should make sure they get all. Okay, this is just way too much information. Please try to work with what the focus for today. We're talking about the CBN directive asking the commercial banks to obey the Supreme Court ruling. So let's limit our contribution to that particular story. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Good morning, Mainland crew. I don't know why I believe the president did this on purpose, knowing fully well that the fasting is. I mean, come on, come on, come on.
This thing happened a long time ago. Yeah.
Please. All right. I love the way Mr. Fuad is giving response to all the questions. Please let the president stop treating us like the country is bad. Gabriel from Yaba, thank you very much, Gabriel, for your message. I appreciate you. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. President Buhari and Emefiele needs to apologize to Nigerians. What is the rush to mop up the old note? In what capacity did the president direct CBN to disburse the old 200 naira note after the first court ruling? I think Yahaya Bello and El Rufai needs to be commended because they paid lawyers to go to court for this. Joseph is the author of this message. Thank you, Joseph. Hi, Mainland FM. Right from the onset, we have complained about the timing of the cash policy, and we can now see the outcome, which has led to suffering of Nigerians. The question now is the aftermath of the release of the note. Have we considered that there is still the 20,000 naira daily limit? Also, CBN claimed they burnt 1,500 naira note. So in reality, there will still be scarcity of old note. A message from Sean. Thank you very much. Even before the policy, there had always been a limit on withdrawals. All right, even before there's always been a limit on withdrawals. But I think
what this would do is that, look, people will now start to accept it. So the fear of not accepting it or refusal to accept it, well, is becomes a thing of the past, and then we can now begin to question the availability of this currency.
I really hope to God that they did not shred the old notes, because
we are seeing videos.
I don't know. I really hope that they did not shred the old notes. Anyways, let's go back to phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, Sage.
Good morning.
Engineer Nee here from Yaba.
Welcome.
Regarding the CBN pronouncement, we should look for the way forward. People have suffered, people have died, like Brad just said. But the way forward is that let the information be passed across so that people start to accept the Naira note, the new Naira and the old Naira note, and let the economy continue. But what happens is that there is no proper coordination between I can't even say that, because when the other time, when the first government came, Mr. President made an announcement reducing the thing to 200 old Naira notes. So he wouldn't say that the only thing is that they don't have a situation room. And they don't communicate fast and make decisions fast for Nigeria, for the people to have peace. That's the problem. We are not in good hands, and this will not repeat itself. I give it to the women that went on the street at my 12 yesterday, and those things to continue like that. And our labor that is now coming out to say on Thursday they will go on strike, it is related. We should be proactive in such obnoxious policy, or regarding such obnoxious policy. We should be proactive, not to wait until things get worse. A presenter died on Saturday in Ibadan, in Oniado. Can you imagine all these kind of things? So it should not repeat itself again. We are pained, and we don't want a jungle country. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
God bless Nigeria. I think that we also have to help each other. We have to start accepting it. Because as I this morning, there's still somebody that called that have they really started accepting it? I'm sure somebody rejected was why they were looking for clarity.
We should start accepting.
So please, traders, vendors, or please start accepting the old Naira note. Let's help each other here. 091360410 for phone calls and WhatsApp messages or text messages. 091360430. Please stop calling the WhatsApp line. You're intercepting the messages, please. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Babalola.
Morning to you.
Mr. Said Power. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ajis Baya.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me just say, based on the statement of President Muhammadu Buhari from a spokesman, it's not acceptable as far as Nigeria is concerned. President Muhammadu Buhari cannot claim ignorance of what is happening to his people. He's not president of Ghana. He's not president of Togo. He's president of Nigeria. Nigerian citizen, number one citizen. So you look for him. Do you know the first ruling from the appellate court was given, and after that first one, President Muhammadu Buhari came out to say, okay, we should be spending to 200 naira.
in that regard, he neglect the first ruling. So this is the second ruling. So he cannot claim ignorance of this. So it is not acceptable. You know, but at the same time, like somebody said, he had to come out and apologize for Nigeria. And it's not only that, he may fail himself, you know, because he acted in a negligence, incompetent. But by and large, if he himself does not have an evil mind, he's supposed to have resigned. Even if his boss mandated him to do that, he's supposed to resign. In other words, this matter should not go free because a lot of Nigerians are down on it. Immediately should be charged for murder. They should withdraw the startup accountancy certificate he has.
I will understand your
point. To go free. Have a nice day.
Have a nice, okay. But then, Fuad, none of the orders of the Supreme Court initially were even respected. If we're going to look at this,
course, yes.
Because the Supreme Court initially said, "Let's go back to status quo."
Yeah,
and the president said, "It's only 200 now."
So, which was a disrespect to the initial ruling.
So this one, and then there was the silence, and now the president said, "My silence did not exactly mean that I was disobeying the court. I expected the CBN to do what was rightful."
Honestly, we need to emphasize something here, Sage. We have three levels of the government. We have the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. But I also think that the fourth estate of the realm needs to do its job, the media. And I think we've been trying our best. There's the fifth estate of the realm too, which is the civil society organizations, the organized labor unions, and the ordinary people who can form groups to put pressure on the government. So when we talk about checks and balances, that has moved from the traditional 3 levels to now 4 and 5, which is the media, to hold the government accountable, to set the agenda, and then the civil society organizations, the labor unions, the groups, to also put pressure. And I think we need to work with that 5 level now.
I mean, maybe the threat by the NLC might have been a contributing factor, because
civil
7
society,
days it would have serious,
so that's the beauty of democracy. It's now 5 levels. We should always activate it.
All right, let's go back to phone calls. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Utos, and I'm calling from airport now.
Welcome.
Mr. Fuad, good morning and happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. God bless your new age and more wisdom.
Amen.
Yeah, on a quick one, you know, the last time I said the government we are practicing in Nigeria now is government of suffer government of by force, government of Anugo, government of Anugo. I must come to power no matter what it is. This is the same Buhari has forgotten. In 2011, he cried and he said, "I shed tears for my country." See, I personally agree with you, but do you think this is the same Buhari will come out and apologize to Nigerians? It's bigger than Nigeria. It's like he feel like but he should not forget that by May 29, he will leave the power. He will not be addressed as ex or as former. But he should not forget that foundation he has laid. People will never forget. He has suffered Nigerians. We are watching. Except any of his son or any of his relatives will not come out to come and contest anything in this country.
Can we just leave
that
those?
Is when they will know.
Let's leave
That's
those.
just the truth, sir. I'm angry because, you know, on Sunday here, I ate an Indomie. This is a man who has over 1 million naira in his account. I ate Indomie to sleep. I was looking at my children and they were saying, "Daddy, what is wrong?" I said, "I can't." I said, "No cash. You didn't go to school." And you said he should come out and apologize to Nigeria. That man thing
okay.
That is bigger than Nigeria. It's Nigeria that will come out and apologize.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
What did I hear? Did I hear happy birthday?
Yes, now today's Fuad's birthday. Shut down everyone.
Oh, yeah. I wish you many returns.
Thank you, Mr. Peter.
Thank you.
I wish you happy birthday. And many happy returns. That's the pattern from Peter Montes from Somali.
Yeah, good morning,
Welcome.
Mr. Peter. Thank you
Good
so
morning,
much.
sir. Mr. Sage, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, can I quickly say that there is no way the presidency can distance the president from whatever message, whether it disobey the court order or just delay the implementation of the court order. Buhari was the one that addressed us that we should accept 200 naira. So immediately should have come out to tell us the court has ruled. And I don't have any objection. Go ahead and do what the court has said. So please, nobody to tell me that it's Emefiele. This Emefiele out is an employee, and Buhari is his principal. And number two, what? Do you think Buhari that President Obasanjo said, look, you can't give advice to this government because they are like flocking a dead horse? Those kind of people will come and let's just move forward. Let's just pray that Nigeria will move forward. I want to summarize it or maybe wrap it up with this. When the wicked are in authority, the people suffer. Have Nigerians suffered? Yes. Have Nigerians died? Yes. Died through insecurity, died through economic hardship, and died through this policy. The policy was good. But unfortunately, the disgruntled and the corrupt politicians messed the whole thing up so that it will look as if the policy was not good. It was good. Unfortunately, Nigeria will survive them. That's what I know. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you. The volume on your radio, please. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Sage.
Morning to you.
Hey, Damlola from Malaga.
Welcome, Damlola.
Mr. Avua, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And happy birthday to you, my brother.
Thank you so much, sir.
I wish you all the very best in life.
Amen.
Now, the thing is just that what happened, I think it's a kind of total irresponsibility and total waste of time. This is about a complete failure. And the thing is, waste of resources. Look at the amount of billions we spend on this new note of the day. And the thing is, like Mr. Brown said, I think Mr. President to apologize. Because a lot of things have happened. But a lot of businesses that crumbled down now might take months before they can actually get up again. And the thing is, Nigerians that cross the grave, how do we happy to their families? What would this government tell their families? And the thing is that if we keep running things like this, for how long? We run things as if we are blind. What kind of country is this? And the thing is, immediately just acting on the order of Mr. President. Why do you need to come out and apologize to Nigeria? And upon that, immediately to be fired. He has done his best. He has been loyal to him, fine, he has done his best. Let him go home and replace him. And the funniest thing is, I want Nigerians to know it's a good news on our own part, but at the same time, this government needs to create a kind of standards where Nigerians will not be playing as a pawn in their games anymore. They are playing with the system of Nigerians, and it's very bad. And other government coming in should learn from this. We need to stop taking people down to hell because they belong to Nigeria. It's not good enough. That's why I say good morning.
Damlola, thank you very much for calling. Hello. Please, I can hear myself. Please turn down the volume on your radio. Hello.
Thank you. I called earlier. This is for Patricia.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. My emotions got the whole of me.
Oh, that's okay. It's understandable.
It's okay, Patricia. God bless you.
Okay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Patricia.
Okay. So now I want the media to do a lot now because it's not about the CBN alone coming out and saying we can use the old Naira loan. We have problems with the masses now. They need to be educated. The masses need to know, and this needs to come from the media, especially the Yoruba stations, the Igbo stations, the Hausa stations. They need to bring this. I don't know how NBC is going to hear about this and then do like a jingle, because I've worked in a radio station before as a marketer for over 10 years, and I know NBC normally do jingles. Bring it out and
to sensitize Nigerians. Yeah.
So they should do that, sensitize Nigerians, because the woman selling tomato in the market will not believe me telling her that CBN just said this morning she should collect the money.
Yeah.
The only place she would believe it is when she hears it from the radio or from the TV. So I think that should be done. The media should work on that, so that we all start our lives again afresh, because we are starting afresh all over again.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you, Patricia.
Have a wonderful day, Patricia. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Papa Lola Snitch.
Good morning.
Mr. Fuad, good morning to you.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
You see? They said it now, you see? They now put all the load on the head of Emefiele. It's a really talker. Where somebody is not competent, that's how it is. Now, I want Emefiele now to reply the presidency. To reply Mr. President.
I say what?
They say nine question now. Yes. You see now? You see when somebody they are put in office, you must okay now. Since you have been analyzing this studio, we only appreciate you. Look at the say you have been coming from other stations. You know how quality all of you are. Did the manager tell you what to do when you are on program? But Emefiele was appointed to be the about governor. It's now president to do whatever what is supposed to do for Nigeria. Look at that as it is now. This man has punished a lot of Nigeria. People are bad. People are hungry. We in Lagos we are shouting. What are those old women in the village? Emefiele told Nigeria, bring all your money, the one you hand under your pillow, the one you hand under your bed, bring it to the bank, and we obey the order. We take everything to the bank. Now to feed our family, very difficult. This man refused to give us our money. Our money. We are not going there to borrow the money. We are going there to say, give me my money that are kept in your bank. But and what? I want you to forget 1,000 naira. Forget our 500 naira. What was 200 naira, 100 naira, 50 naira, 20 naira? This man wants to give to the bank. He refused.
Thank you.
This man is fair Nigeria, is fair himself. I think the best thing to do for Mr. President to do now. If the federal government can be sacked, he can be suspended.
Thank you, Prince Wise. Thank you so very much, Prince Wise. Let's go back to messages now. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. My name is Godwin from Ilasa. It's good that finally the CBN has given directive to start using the old notes, 500 and 1,000. However, it tells a lot about the rascality level of executive leadership, which has deteriorated. After our Supreme Court has given a ruling, the whole country had to wait for the dribbling between the presidency and the CBN to settle before they were told by CBN to commence the usage. I pray it doesn't get to a point where a serious political judgment is delivered and the person whom the judgment is given against stays put without respect for the rule of law. Sage, on the juggling between CBN and the president on who should obey the Supreme Court order, it does not surprise some of us who have been following this style. He never takes responsibility for his actions. Fuad rightly posited that the whole bulk ends on president's table. So if the presidency says that it's Emefiele who disobeyed the court judgment, then why didn't our president direct Emefiele to obey the judgment? I stand with the people who demand an apology from the president, considering, but I won't say that last part. But good day, guys, and thumbs up for the good job you're doing. Thank you very much, Godwin, for your message. Samson from Ikpaja says, good morning, crew. The country Nigeria has been turned more into a laughing stock due to the nonchalant behaviors of the country rulers, past and present, is all a charade. Thank you, Samson. Good morning, Sage and Fuhad. This is a very long read. I'm not sure that, but let me take a few parts of the message. I have foreseen that this government doesn't know about governance. All this appointment has failed. Even the petroleum minister has failed since 2015 till now. None of the things the government promised has come to fulfillment, except for the Niger Bridge. Look at the CBN governor showing that he's above the law and cannot be tamed. This policy and change of money was a waste of time and our money. It has brought hardship and frustration, not to the politicians, but the people. The people have now turned to beggars in a sane country. I'm going to have to stop reading there. I apologize. It's a very lengthy read. Brevity is what would most likely get your message read till the end. So keep it short and simple. Thank you. Good morning. Sam from Agodo says the president decided not to speak on the Supreme Court ruling, which is wrong. The CBN receives directive from the president. I don't think the CBN has much to be blamed for on the issue. It's quite unfortunate that we have leaders that don't care about their people. Happy birthday to Fuad. Many happy returns. Gabriel from Yaba is saying what we want in Nigeria now is the president-elect or any person that is to rule us again should please take corrections from our previous government to come and promise us all the things at the end of the day they should do it. Thank you very much for your messages. We'll go back to taking phone calls now. Again, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Mainland 98.3 FM. So when you go on there, feel free to drop your contributions using the chat option. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Oh, we are not ready for this relationship. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Olawale.
Welcome, Olawale.
And I'm at Iju Road presently.
All right.
The problem is not the use of old Naira note or 1,000 to 500. The problem is the policy of the amount it can take in a day. For God's sake, why do you? The old one we have given it to the bank. Now we are in the present where we don't even have anything, and then we'll get it, they'll give us 2,000 naira. What are we going to use it for? To buy fuel or to eat or what? So the problem, they should just change the policy totally and abrogate that policy and let's go back to status quo. That's my point this morning.
Thank you very
And
much.
after that, for us.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Let's take another phone call. Oh, I apologize. Please call back if you can. 0913-6000-410, 0913-6000-430 for WhatsApp and text messages. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you. Your name,
My
please.
name is Abubakar. I'm calling from Papa.
All right, Abubakar.
Happy birthday, Mr. Ford.
Thank you, Abubakar.
May Allah bless your age.
Amen. Amen.
On this issue of this whole causing a crisis now we have in our hands, and I can tell you that even when during the COVID-19 period, we are even properly informed and we are properly guided, and the life is not as stressful as this. Seriously, Mr. President is actually kind of, I think, a legacy. He's not thinking about his legacy. For now, CBA, we don't even know how much they printed, the amount of money they printed, what is given to the banks. Nobody was informed. The banks are there. You can just go to the bank. You don't even have access to money. Now, the people are dying. People cannot, in fact, now we are now a beggar. I have more than 1 million in my account. I can't access even 5,000 naira. What kind of life is this? We cannot even buy food stuff. We are making transactions. It's very difficult to make transactions. What is this? What is happening? The last time the president spoke was if the address what I would they should only collect 200 naira, 500 1,000 naira. Now twice the Supreme Court are coming on these same issues that we should be spending this money. People should be now. Even the CBN are not the one that gives this directive now. It is Soludo, the former CBN governor, the governor of Anambra, that was telling us that he spoke with the CBN governor, and that. So look, what is happening? This man, believe me, Almighty, when this man is facing a trial, people should just remember what is happening now.